What's going on in the business community in Cedar Rapids? What are you hearing from people? What are the concerns that people have right now?
Well, certainly our world changed a lot here the last couple of weeks. Our whole team has been doing one-on-one individual outreach. We've had outreach to nearly 1,000 businesses, and in many cases, that's just a quick check-in. There's businesses that are too busy really to have much of a conversation, and that's fine. We're sending them information, but we've also had really substantive conversations with more than 200 businesses, almost 300 now, I think. People who need help with the applications for the new programs, people that have questions about resumption of services or whatever that might be. So trying to do a lot of outreach, just trying to help where we can. Really, it's the Economic Alliance's mission to try to help businesses succeed. And while we never imagined that we would be carrying out that mission in times quite like this, it doesn't change what we are, who we are, or what we do.
Doug, I have to imagine then, based on the questions you're getting and those conversation topics you're having with area businesses, that's helping shape the information then that you've posted on your website in the COVID-19 Resource Center. What are some of the topics that have been coming up more frequently, and what's some of the information people can find on that website?
You know, the quick-moving stuff is all the legislation. The things that the state has done, the things that the federal government have done are very helpful. There's a lot of help for business in there, but it's new. It can be complicated, especially for small businesses. Working your way through financial applications is maybe something that people haven't done before and maybe don't have the skills to do. So we want to try to be helpful. There's a lot of information posted at cedarrapids.org that you can find there. But we're also available to help. And right on that page, we list some people and their direct numbers that people can call. And we're available to help businesses through those kind of things. We're really, I think one of the tricks for all organizations right now is staying in our lane. We're not the public health officials. We're not here to give advice about the virus or how to stay safe. We're really trying to stay in that lane of how can we help businesses survive through this time? How can we help businesses be ready to emerge on the other end of this and get this economy back revved up as soon as we can, as soon as it's safe to do so?
Doug, I know Cedar Rapids has been through the flood in the past. Is this kind of something that you can kind of draw from that experience and go forward? A
lot of deja vu in some ways about the flood, and for those of us that were through that and led recovery. Information overload, being in unprecedented circumstances, but also on the positive side, those feelings of resiliency and resolve. You really can feel that stuff coming through. The one big difference to me in these two situations is just how widespread the impact is. During the flood, we had businesses that were unaffected and were able to be so generous with philanthropy and with help to the affected businesses. Here with everybody really being affected, we're far more reliant on the programs that the federal government has been able to put in place, that the state government has been able to put in place, and to some degree, some of the local programs. So it's different in that way because it's widespread and everybody's in this together. But certainly it's the same in some ways as well.
I think what helps, though, too, Doug, is knowing there's an end on the horizon. We just don't know where that horizon is. But in that end also are things that we look forward to coming up this summer, like the Cedar Rapids Farmers Market. Let's wrap our conversation this morning. Again, Doug Neuman, Executive Director from the Cedar Rapids Metro Economic Alliance. You guys had to push that Farmers Market back. So what are the new dates? And if I'm listening and that was something that my family loved to do over the course of the summer, where can I find some more information about the farmers markets this summer?
Yeah, certainly. First, to answer the last question first, cedarrapids.org. You'll also find information on that. And June 6th, we're gonna try to start this. That's what we're planning for. I think it's incumbent upon us to be ready. It could, and there's still some unknowns there, right? We're going to do what's safe. We're going to do what we're advised to do by all the right people. But I think it's really important for us to plan to do that on June 6th, and then the first and third Saturdays throughout the summer. If we are able to do that, it can be a really, really important, meaningful event for this community. It can be a time of healing. One of the most important memories of my entire career was the first farmers market back after the flood. It was an incredibly poignant moment for the community to come together. If we're able to do that on the June 6th farmers market, I'd be proud to have the Economic Alliance be able to lead that and do that. So that is what we're planning to do, and let's hope that the virus is resolved and things are back to normal, and that we can, in fact, do that.
I call that a goosebump moment right there.
Yeah.
You mentioning that, I remembered it from the flood, and I remember.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to it now as well. Doug Neuman, Chief Executive Director for the Cedar Rapids Metro Economic Alliance. Thanks for being part of the Morning Scramble, and pass along our best wishes to your entire team, because there's a lot of work going on, and we appreciate everybody's help.
Thanks so much.